I don't know if it's going to be a real recording or not. I had trouble with the Rivet City there. Got into it, but I can't find my way into the upper reaches of it. I'm assuming that's where Dr. Lee, her name is. So, I'm going to take another attempt at it, but I'm going to be... Like, I died a whole bunch of times at the end of the last video. We'll see how it goes. Let's take a look and see what's happening. Continue from the last save. Okay. That's still be down there. Yeah, it is too. That's nice. Okay, and I'm going to do a save here. Those were saves. 60. Go 61. Nice pizza. I live simply. I have a freezer full of pizzas, a freezer full of chicken wings, and a freezer full of ice cream. Actually, there's only 2 freezers, but one's all chicken wings. The other one's pizza, ice cream, and maybe an odd set. Oh, lean cuisine's good. Smart ones are good. I got a few of them in there. Okay, did I do the new save? No, I didn't. So that will be 162. Okay, so I don't know, man. How am I gonna get up there? Is there anybody up there? Is there any sign of life up there? Going on those rocks would be no use trying to get up, eh? I don't think so. Yeah, the entrance I found into the place. Just over here. Oh, geez. I have to go all the way around and get back up on that ramp too. Oh yeah, it's radioactive water. Yeah, the hole is just right here. But I don't know. It'd be nice if there was a hole over in this one. See anything, no? Doesn't look good. So we'll eliminate possibilities. Ah, jeez, advanced radio. Man, I'm really getting a dose while I'm here. That reminds me, I don't have a lot of radaway either. How do I look? Maybe it's trying to tell me something like, don't go in the water. Getting up there. This would have been a good place to do that quest for Moria, what you wanted me to be. Up to 600 rads. So what do I got? I got 5 radaways. Oh, easy. bow or whatever. I don't see nothing here. I don't know if you can get over to that area there. I don't think. Like it's not part of the map. So the map is really get close to the bank. Son of a gun, eh? Wow, this is all impassable. Roll. What's that? That's odd, eh? Let's see, instead of swimming. Not proceed in that direction, turn back. Uh-oh. Oh, I can go around. I was hoping I can get back to where the crack in the boat is. That's all filled in now. My dog is yearning for pizza. Usually gets a quarter of each pizza. Piece at once. Let's see if I can get to that boat. Oh, let's look at that. Look at that. Well, well. Cool. Anything else? Cups. I don't have too many cups. Well, it's impact. So maybe some Radaway as well. Oh. First one for some. 5 stim packs, nice. I will take them. Alright, well. That was actually worth a trip around. Exploring and get the ammo and stim packs. I can't see going back in the bottom again. Let's go around and see how close I can get to the other. This over here. This looks like it. Okay. Pull out sometime and see what kind of stroke it gives me. Doesn't seem to be any possible way. Don't understand why they coop themselves in that way. I guess a little bit of security, but I don't know. Gonna get wet every time we get outside. to go look for help. I can't see a way up. Now this was down. Oh yeah, that's what's up. There's no way, Jose. Eh? Guess not. That's a drag. Huh. Oh, nope, don't want to go. Huh. Now. Somewhere over here. Let's see what my weight is. I don't miss. Let's grab everything while I'm here. Blood here. Another milk. Oh man. Huh? Oh, I didn't want to drink. Ugh. It's a drinking glass. To watch it says. It says take, not drink. What is that? Oh, that's a TV set. Well, this, I know, picking up some. Wow, that's it. I mean, it's really, really comes on quick. Jeez, what do I do? I'm stuck on here. Right. Uh-oh. No way. Back. Sideways. Jump. Oh my goodness. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. There we go, okay. Sure. Yeah, it's obvious I never stopped in here before for very long, that was it. Appears to be, oh no, it's nothing. I don't suppose I could carry a suitcase with stuff in it. Wow. So what's the rad resist? I should do a rad resist or something. I've got rad X, right? Okay, let me see. I don't know. Why would they? Annoys me. Hey, can I? What happens when I go down there? I get stuck forever. Probably. Doesn't look like it goes anywhere. Just solid rock there. What? Oh, that was just dead end. Jeez. I start ripping things off. Hey.
Stay sharp. They're everywhere.
No.
I live here. It's where I do my work. And it's... You made it past my defenses, which proves you... I suppose you can hang around if you want. Just don't touch anything.
Touch you, touch you. No, I don't need fish or I don't know, man. What do you know about the Commonwealth?
Most of it's blasted nothing, just like here.
Well,
There's
it's an area
talk,
then, okay.
rumors. That's where Zimmer and that android came from. God knows what else they got going on in there, but it puts our tech to shame, that's for damn sure.
Okay, I gotta go.
Don't let...
How the heck do I get... You can't ask you the question that I really want to know. No way out of here. That leaves this freaking...
Hello?
Mr. Useless. Maybe later when I don't care about him anymore. Oh, I'm taking that though. Sorry. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Oh, wait a minute. My repair already at 100. Yes. Got a lot of good stuff there, but I'm not going to take any of it right now. Buttons to push. Ah, geez, I don't know. I'm loath to go underwater again. Freaking just die, die, die. The bottom part here would be going up to, so that you might... Like, why is there no... This whole thing is sealed off from the other end. It's like you're at the end. Down here as well, right? Oh, except for this. Except for this. There's no way through. Alright, well, I'm gonna pause it and do a little bit of research. I can't. This is too much. Oh. What the heck? What the hell? Holy moly. I should have probably looked a little bit more carefully at things. Which way am I coming? This way. When I was up on top of the platform. I didn't notice it. I should have. Yeah. Got over the internet. Yeah, it made more sense. I don't know why I didn't. Because it wasn't really apparent. So there must have been a switch or something I had to switch, or a latch to unlatch. We'll see. So I'm gonna. That? Oh, back into traders. Hey guys, you wanna buy some stuff off me? Who's that? Who's the man? I know him. Doc Hoff.
Looking to trade?
Hey Doc Hoff. Tell me about it.
I provide food, drinks, and discreet chemicals to discerning customers around the wasteland. I help ease the suffering of my fellow man. For a price. I don't have a home office exactly, but I organize much of my trade with Ernest Rowe in Canterbury Commons.
I gotta go there sometime. Let's see.
Let's take a look and see.
Nah, done. Chamberlain. I'm here to buy though.
Let's see what the good doctor has in his magic bag. Shall we?
What, I don't care what you got. I want to try and get rid of some stuff. Okay, I got nothing. Oh, there we go. Please baton. Apparel? No. No. What was that? Okay, I didn't take out nothing. That would have been the P's anyway. Okay. 2, 1, 2. How's he doing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god. All of them. Just don't get much. Fish and batteries add up a little bit though. What will 6 milk bottles do? No. Smokes though. Whoa. Stopped just in time. I don't know what to do. Toy cars are used for something, aren't they? I'm gonna hang on to that for now. 211 caps, thank you very much. Wow, look what I'm getting up to. 7,500. What do you got for... Schematics, nuclear grenade. For 430. Well, why wouldn't I buy that? I don't have that. Ah, you bugger, you got all your stuff back off me. Okay. That's enough.
Another satisfied customer?
Yeah, I gotta go now.
Cheers, pal. Watch yourself out there.
Will do. Okay, well this is kind of going okay. Where's that? Notes. 1 Nuka-Cola Quantum, tin can, turpentine to Braxokin, potent cocktail of carbonation and detonation. The nuclear grenade makes plasma look like a bubble bath. Oh, nice. Okay, well that's pretty easy. I got all those things. try that out. Ah.
Hello.
Hey, hey. What? No, that doesn't even work. Out here, buddy. I don't know if I got anything for you, buddy. We'll see. Items. Dirty water. Purified water. Okay, I'll give you one.
I'll never forget you. Thank you for your help.
Oh,
I hate to ask, but do you have any more water?
yeah. Here.
You mean
I don't
I
know.
can just have it?
Yes, yes. There you go.
Really? Seriously?
Give me karma.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Yeah. My dog is crying. Hang on, dog. No, how the heck? See, there was... Oh, I don't see it. How does that... Is it in that little house there, maybe?
So thirsty.
How the heck? Not down below. No, that doesn't seem to be it. Turlet.
Welcome to Rivet City. Please wait while the bridge extends.
Well, hallelujah.
I can't take it.
Oh,
Please.
well, this is something worthy of being called a city. You guys are good guys, right? Sure you are.
Hold it right there. State your business in Rivet City.
Dr. Lee. Oh, just running around. No.
And who might your father be? If he lives on this boat, I know him. Oh yeah? And I'm a fairy princess. You keep up this smart-ass attitude, and you're gonna wind up floating face down in the river.
Dude. Don't make me go through you.
All right, all right. You can go on in. If I hear about any trouble, you're gonna wind up in the river. You get me?
What's this guy gonna say?
Yes?
Hi.
I'm on duty. Make it quick. Chief Harkness meets with Dr. Lee and Bannon to discuss security matters. It's a waste of a good Monday morning, if you ask me. They should just let Chief Harkness call the shots. I suppose. At the stern. That's the west end of you. She's some sort of genius. You know, one of those egghead scientist types. Her lab is in the stern end of the ship.
Okay, who do I want to report?
Oh, really? If someone took your stuff, go get it back. If they shoot at you, shoot back. Otherwise, I've got to see it for myself before I'm going to do anything.
Alright. Time for me to go.
Later.
Gotta see it for myself. What's he talking about? Alright, oh, I can't go that way. Marketplace closed at night. That's the market. So let's just go down. Okay. Have to jump to get. Okay, what's this one?
Hey.
Hey, hi.
We haven't met. I'm Bannon, proprietor of Potomac Attire and city council member. You should stop by my shop. What you're wearing is dreadful. Between you and me, keeping out the riffraff is good for business. Dr. Lee, Chief Harkness, and I are all on the council. We meet every Monday morning. I can be very influential, if you know what I mean. Far more than Seagrave Holmes. A threat? No, of course not. Well, maybe. He wants to replace me on the council. He's a shady character. I just can't prove it. Now, if someone were to find something incriminating in his room, well, let's just say I would be very appreciative.
Yeah, what? You gonna give me a tie or something? Note added, Panzer.
It's a place to live, safe from raiders and super mutants.
Sure enough.
With Dr. Lee on our side, maybe we can even begin to rebuild the world. Why, I practically set this whole place up. When I got here 12 years ago, it was just a handful of dead-enders squatting in a rusted-out rowboat. Now I'm on the council, and with my leadership, we're the strongest settlement in the wastes. Of course, a few of those dead-enders still stick around, but who'd want to leave? Well, yes, but it was hardly any place of importance until I arrived on the scene. That's all ancient history now. No one would ever care about it. If you insist on wasting your time on that, you could try that bartending old crone down below, Belle Bonnie.
Belle Bonnie. She's a Bonnie, Belle Bonnie. Alright. See you later.
Bye.
And who's this guy here?
I'm Gary. Gary Staley. If you ever get hungry, stop by Gary's Galley.
Okay. Jeez.
Perfect timing, then. My galley is in the market at the far end. I'll save you some Mirelurk cakes.
Ooh, thanks.
I know a lot of places opened up when they got the hydroponics bay working, but that's hardly the start of it all, is it? Actually, Vera Weatherly might know more. She's always here and talking with folks, so if anyone's picked up a story or two, it'd be her.
Back.
I know a lot of places opened up when they got the hydroponics bay working, but that's hardly the start of it all, is it?
No.
Actually, Vera Weatherly might know more. She's always here and talking with folks, so if anyone's picked up a story or two, it'd be her.
All right.
Later.
This is the Muddy Rudder. Don't tell me your problems. Don't tell me your problems.
All right. Well, locked.
Hey there.
Quarter stairwell.
Good to see you.
Have you seen my husband, Polly?
Care for a drink?
Bridge Tower. The Weatherly Hotel.
Evening.
Hi there. How are you doing?
I'm on duty. Make it quick.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Thanks.
She's some sort of genius. You know, when her lab is in the stern end of the ship.
So where am I? Stern. I mean this. Oh, I got the arrows here, so I'm not there. I have to go now.
Yeah. See you.
I can't. Well, they're letting me take stuff out of here. No. Work on that after. Is this the stern end or the easy-go-lucky end?
I'm looking for troublemaker. Have you seen any?
I'm a troublemaker, baby. Aft hangar. So that was the ass end down this end. Okay. Door to the sign. Okay. Lots to see here. I hear somebody chattering over here.
Look, Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this. We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care.
Hey.
Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people. It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him.
Yeah.
You're James's son, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
What are you doing here?
Looking for James.
You were too young to remember, and I suppose James never spoke of me. Typical. I'm Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your parents many years ago. Now I run the science lab here in Rivet City. It was all I had left. When your mother died, your father decided to leave with you. He abandoned our work. We had no choice but to do the same. I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died, and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know?
Everything.
James? He was very driven, determined to change the world. Well, we all were back then, I suppose. He was focused on two things, really. Making Project Purity work, and your mother. When she died, I think he gave up. I know he wanted to keep you safe, but I think part of what he did was run away. But it seems that he never really was able to get over the idea. I'm frankly shocked that he waited all this time and wants to try again.
Okay.
Yes, your mother was... well, she was a good woman. A very dedicated scientist. Your father loved her very much. It was a shame that she died. She had been excited to meet you.
Go ahead,
Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could. Yes, well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough.
Okay, let's start with something else.
Okay. You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there. Did you? I was under the impression that's exactly the opposite of what he wanted for you. Well, you won't find him here. He's come and gone already. Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab.
Where's that?
I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you.
Well, tell me where the lab is. Okay, so that was... what was that place? That channel host, no. Smith Casey garage. Anyway.
Well, I know he was going there. Perhaps there's some indication of what he was up to. Did you find any notes? James was always taking notes. Recordings, holotapes, that sort of thing. Go back and search for something like that, if you're so determined.
Okay.
What? Well, I'm not sure what there is to tell. Your father and I,
very annoying.
We worked together for a long time. I think we
With
were really
all
on to
those
something. But then there were complications. The project was abandoned and your father disappeared. I returned here to Rivet City and established the lab you see before you now. What? Your father and I, we worked together. But then there were complications. The project was abandoned and your father disappeared. I returned here to Rivet City and established the lab you see before you now.
Complications, huh?
What do you want to know?
Let's talk about something else.
Okay. Project Purity, we called it.
Everything.
What do you want to know? It was simple, really. Fresh, clean water for everyone. Such a simple idea, and yet so impossible to realize. The plan was to build a facility that could purify all the water in the tidal basin at once. No radiation, no muck, just clear water. It just turned out to be more difficult than we anticipated. We had the basic principles down, we understood most of the science behind it, but the radiation in the area is so pervasive. Small-scale tests were fine, but anytime we tried to test the process on a larger scale, it was just too much.
Yeah.
Maybe if we'd had more time.
Or better
Or
equipment.
better equipment. You happened.
What?
It wasn't just you. We had more problems than we could handle already, but your birth is what finally pushed it over the edge. Your father decided that you were more important than everything we'd been working for, and he left. He left all of us. Once he was gone, the Brotherhood decided we weren't worth their time anymore. Without their protection, we had to abandon the purifier.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Okay.
What is this lab? What are you doing?
This is the Rivet City Science Lab. It's taken many long years to put together, but we've done well for ourselves. Our work on portable fusion power and hydroponics are coming along quite nicely, if not quite according to schedule. I could tell you all about the science lab, but even though I was here near the start, I can't really help with the details of how it all worked out. It all seems like a lifetime ago. I'm afraid I've had a lot of things on my mind since those early days. Rivet City is one of the few bastions of civilization left in the land. We're working to rebuild our society, to make the world livable again. Good luck finding your father.
Thanks.
This lab is dedicated to solving real problems.
Yes. But Dr. Lee...
Dr. Lee is trying to save lives, and your constant interruptions are interfering with those efforts. Now please, stand aside.
Dr. Zimmer!
You there. What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered.
Where's Harcroft?
Are you by any chance for hire?
Perhaps. Depends. What exactly are we talking about here?
To the point. I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property. You'll be searching for an android. Do you know what an android is? No, I imagine you don't. All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be. Not in the Commonwealth. I'm talking about artificial persons that think and feel and do what we program them to. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off.
No.
Nonsense! This is a machine we're talking about. Can you enslave a generator or a water purifier? Of course not. The same principle applies. But let's get back to your mission. You are to find this missing android. I've tracked him to somewhere here in the capital wasteland. He must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task. He may not even realize he's an android. Don't upset him by talking with him. Just come get me immediately. I'll handle it. I'm sorry, it slipped my mind. I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think, you'll be the envy of all your friends.
Shall look into finding your android.
Excellent! Locate my android, and you won't be disappointed. Here, listen to this message he sent me. He's mocking me. I swear, I'll make him pay for that. Like I've said, I suspect he's had facial reconstruction and possibly even a mind wipe. Search the offices of doctors or techies for android information. If he's come into contact with these people, there may be records. Start with Dr. Preston. He lives on this leaky boat. See if he knows anything. He's a doctor, after all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy trying to ignore my surroundings.
Yeah.
The Commonwealth itself is nothing but a war-ravaged quagmire of violence and despair.
That's nice.
Inside the sealed environment of the Institute, however. But the Institute's affairs are none of your concern. Your undeveloped mind couldn't even begin to comprehend what we've accomplished. Maybe he didn't exactly wander off. Maybe he fled. Escaped captivity, as it were, if he began to misinterpret his situation. It's possible my android sought to forget his previous life. Wipe away all memory, all guilt. Trick himself into believing he really is human. So no, he may not be just an ordinary robot, but he's certainly not human, no matter how badly he wishes it so. I made him. I want him. End of story.
Oh boy. See, pulling your brand is going to be the end of the story. Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
By God, you're as annoying as you are clever. Very well. I'll tell you what you want to know, if it helps you locate my property. The duty of this particular unit was the hunting and capturing of other escaped androids. Yes, others have escaped. It's one of the side effects of having such an advanced AI. Machines start to think for themselves, fool themselves into believing they have rights. And so, this particular android may have believed he'd done something wrong, immoral, and wanted to forget those deeds. Satisfied now?
Not really.
Forget everything you know about robots. Those buckets are mere children's toys compared to the real thing. Androids have fake skin and blood and are programmed to simulate human behavior, like breathing. They can even eat and digest food realistically. This particular android, designation A321, is different, special, the most advanced synthetic humanoid I've ever developed. The others, like my escort Armitage there, are all older models, easily replicated. But A321, it will take years to recreate him. So you see, this android must be located at all costs. The others are all acceptable losses, but A321, he is irreplaceable. Looks to me like a giant boat ran aground and a bunch of savages moved in. History lesson over.
I have to go.
Of course you do.
And
Hello.
hi.
That's close enough. Keep your hands where I can see them.
Hi.
Yeah?
Hi.
Look, some of us are trying to get work done here. There have been enough disruptions recently. Anybody coming through here would have to talk to Dr. Lee. Why don't you go bother her about it? He's from up north. He was bragging about how great it is up there. Yeah, great. They can't even keep tabs on their robots. The Weatherly Hotel is a good choice. It's on the upper deck.
See you later.
Bye.
She wants me. Oh, whoa. I can't take stuff here, can I? Oh, a bobblehead! Yay! Cool. My intelligence has been increased to stats. Cool. Up to 8, that's pretty good. Strength is up to 10. Perception up a little bit. Okay. Can't take crush apple. What's this? Empty. Empty. In there. Everything there. How do I get in here from over here? Well, I wonder if I can get up to an observation deck or something. Marketplace. Jeez, I don't know where I am. Is this the way out? Do not enter. Can't tell this door. What's that? Yeah, I don't want to go there. Not right now, anyways. Shite, how do I get out of here?
Hello?
Hi. Later.
I'm looking for troublemakers. Have you seen any?
Gate bridge. Oh, wait a second. So that's gate bridge. Science lab. Bridge tower. Bridge tower. No. Okay.
It was so noisy
Oh
last
yeah, here we are. Cool.
I could hardly sleep.
Maybe a quick fix is something that will help you sleep.
Okay, I'm gonna go to go. Oh, 53 minutes. Wow. I'm gonna go back to Megaton and just sort of save this one and
Cindy,
figure out my next step. Here. Over here.
I hope things are going well with you today, sir.
Have to see.